Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. This post is from the subreddit Relationship Advice, and it's by user Deleted, recovered my throwaway ex. How to focus on pleasing my wife instead of thinking about how her other man makes her happy. We, 30 male and 27 female, opened up our marriage. Weird and stupid, I know. Please don't make me feel any guilt here. My reasoning was that my wife was never in the mood, even when I would help with the kids and housework, thinking that after having some time to herself, she'd finally want to have sex with me. We'd go for weeks. At the time that I brought up the idea of opening up the marriage, we had gone for almost 2 months. She didn't reject the idea and gave me the okay. She even allowed me to use the basement instead of wasting money in hotels. It was weird but fun. She never asked about the other women. At first, I'd tell her ahead of time that I'll be bringing someone home, but then she told me that we had already agreed on it and I don't need to keep telling her what I'm doing, and that all she cares about is that the kids don't find out and that I make sure to keep it quiet. So after that, we just stopped talking about it. We talk, but it's mainly about the kids and our home and bills, or in front of the kids. She works part-time and usually gets the kids from school, and they hang out until I get there. Then we eat dinner, play with the kids, or watch TV, and then put them to bed. We used to spend time together after that, but now that only happens if there's something we want to watch together on TV. Otherwise, I just go to the basement, and she usually ends up watching TV in our room. I was bringing women home a couple of times a week max. Some weeks I didn't bring anyone. I didn't really notice that she was acting differently since we opened the relationship, but I could have missed the signs. What hurts too is I've never had a real relationship with anyone other than her. These women I sleep with, it's just for sex, but I can tell there's more between them. He's constantly texting her and calling her, being romantic. When he comes over, I can hear them laugh. She sounds so happy. So finally I said to her that we needed to try to reconnect. I want to start dating her again, and that I know I haven't been the best. I told her I'm happy for her and happy she met someone she likes, but that this whole experience has just shown me that she's the only woman I ever want to be with, and that I've decided to never see any of those women again. I told her that I'd love to go on a date with her at least once a week if she's open to it, but everything from now on is up to her because I've already caused enough damage. Anyway, we had sex last night and all I could think of was how happy he makes her, and kept second guessing myself on if I was pleasing her enough, if I needed to do better, etc. We ended up having to stop because my mind was elsewhere and I couldn't do it. Any advice on how to get this guy out of my head and hopefully win my wife back? Oof, well OP, I am very sorry, but I don't think I have any advice for you. I believe you effectively ruined your marriage because you wanted to have more sex. And instead of talking to your wife about it, you just decided to open up the marriage. And then you got what you wanted. You started having more sex. But an open marriage goes both ways. It's not just for you. So when she's happy with a new guy that she found, now you don't like it? So yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't have any advice on how you can come back from this. I am going to say that I truly feel sorry for your kids, because you wanting to have more sex basically ruined their family. And what do you guys think? Do you have any advice for OP? Let me know in the comment section, and let's move on to the community comments to see what they said. Some guy sometime says, the fact that you wanted an open marriage just to get laid is utter trash and an effed up move on your part. If your marriage has issues, you work on it. The grass is green wherever you water it. All the reasons you gave in your post to open the marriage are BS. The real reason you opened it was exposed in your reply. Problem 1 with your marriage is you are selfish and are probably oblivious to your wife's needs. You probably should be worried about the other guys. You opened Pandora's box, and slamming it shut now when you feel bad, selfishness again, will probably backfire and blow up in your face, as your wife probably isn't going to want to give up what she's got going on. Interval Faster says, so you thought if you took over housework, she'd magically feel in the mood? My dude, a relationship isn't transactional. People want to feel loved and appreciated without it being done for sex only. Your wife didn't want to sleep with you because she knew why you were helping. It wasn't because it's things you should do, it was because you could stick it in. It's kind of laughable how you wanted an open relationship only for you, but as soon as she accepts it and does it herself, you go ape. Basically, what you wanted was her permission that you could cheat, but she was supposed to be abstinent. Mike00504 says, did you obviously think it was okay to bring I don't know how many women in your home basement? While what, your wife is upstairs? I'm pretty sure she heard too and knew everything. That didn't help your case. Usually people go out and finish their business, away from a home you share. You were excited with the freedom, you didn't think it through. Next time, treat your wife like your new high school girlfriend, serenade and dates, keep the fire alive. Well, I guess the community didn't have much advice for OP as he expected it because this post got downvoted to oblivion, so much so that he had to make another post 5 days later. So let's continue with that now. Okay Reddit, I need more advice. I, 30 male, posted earlier this week about how I messed up by asking my wife, 27 female, to open our marriage over a year ago so I could have sex with other women due to her low sex drive and would bring the women home since my wife said she was okay with it. And she just recently started dating someone a few months ago and it's hard for me because I feel like I'm losing her to him. My wife told me she would be gone Thursday night because she had something planned with the guy. I figured that meant she'd be home Friday morning. It's now 11 p.m. Friday night and I just found out she's not coming home until Monday. I've had to improvise all day with the kids because she was not here and wasn't answering her phone and I didn't know where she was. She finally called tonight to say goodnight to the kids and all she'd say is, "Mommy is at work," which she isn't. She was very short with me and said it's none of my business where she's at and that it's her turn to enjoy life. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to think. It is so not her style to just abandon the kids like this. I almost feel like this is her showing me that she's choosing him over us. I've been thinking all week about ways to date her again and told her I want us back, and this is what she does the very next day. Is this a sign to give up? How do I know I should keep fighting for this relationship? Additional information from OP's comments. I love her. I love her so much. I have been worried sick all day not knowing where she was or if she was okay. It took me a while to remember it, but she is the person I love the most in this world. I want this to work, I really do, but I don't know if she wants me anymore. I was being very stupid and selfish. I regret opening our marriage. Our relationship wasn't perfect, but at least we had each other and we were best friends. Now she is shutting me out and it hurts. I poured my heart out and even started tearing up just thinking about how I hurt her and could be losing her. She told me she was willing to work on getting us back and the next day she's gone with him. What is that supposed to tell me? I want to at least try to get her back, but it looks like she's not even wanting to give me a chance. I had a whole date planned out for tomorrow that I'm going to have to cancel. I am ready to fight for this, but it looks like she's choosing him over me. I just hope I can work this out, honestly. I don't care if she wants to spend a week with him right now to hurt me like I hurt her. I just want a chance at fixing our marriage and getting out of this nonsense I created. I never did to her what she's doing to me. I was always gone for a night max and back before the kids wake up. I never dated any of the women. I made sure they knew I only wanted sex. I'm hoping she's just being petty and wanting to get back at me, but that we can work things out. I don't know what I'd do if she'd ask for a divorce, but at least I'll know I need to suck it up and let her go. I was selfish and stupid for asking her to do this. It took me a while to realize it, unfortunately. Now that I'm on the other side of it, I know that I probably hurt her time and time again, and I hate myself for it. I'm not a crybaby, but I've caught myself tearing up about it a few times this week already because I truly hate that I put her through this nonsense. I don't know what I was thinking. I really hope she can forgive me and give me one more chance. I hope we can come back from this, but if we don't, it will be on me. Okay, well that's all the information we have from OP. This second post wasn't as downvoted as the first one, but all of OP's comments were. And then he deleted both posts because he got called out by his wife on another Reddit thread, which we are going to go to right now. This post is from the subreddit Relationship Advice, and it's by user throwaway7381916. My 27 female husband, 30 male, posting on here to cry about the open marriage he asked for. I'm pretty sure my husband has been posting here about our marriage, and since he wants strangers all up in our business, let's do it. He talked about how he asked for an open marriage because I never wanted to have sex with him, but didn't mention that this was not even a year after we lost our baby and my body had gone through the worst experience of my life. I had to deliver our lifeless baby and then almost died. I felt like a failure for losing our baby, and here he was telling me I was failing as a wife too. I told him he could do whatever he wanted. He talked about how I agreed to let them use the basement, but didn't say how the first weekend after I agreed to this open marriage, he left me with the kids for 3 nights and came back with a $700 charge on our bank account, and said if I don't want him to spend so much, I should let him bring girls to the basement, and I ended up saying okay. I would be upstairs crying myself to sleep, feeling like a failure, hoping this would only last a couple of months while he was downstairs with I don't know who. He mentioned that I met another guy, but didn't talk about how I went through this whole period where I'd tried to have sex with him more than a couple of times a month, and he'd say, "Not now, I have someone coming," or "No, I'm tired, I just had sex with XYZ. I had already met someone, but I wanted to put our relationship first and didn't want to start seeing someone else. I kept trying, but it seemed like to him, I was just a babysitter, maid, a co-parent and roommate. I knew he loved me, but he wasn't showing it anymore. I decided to let the other guy in because I wanted to hurt my husband and remind him that I exist. But honestly, being treated like I'm the most amazing person on earth feels so good. He puts me first and treats me so well. Now that my husband is realizing that, he's throwing temper tantrums and trying to make me feel bad. He knew I was going to be gone this weekend. I told him that weeks ago. But apparently, since he told me that he's closing the marriage on his side and wanting to reconnect with me, he expected me to do the same? Now he's saying I abandoned him and the kids when I didn't. I have always loved my husband and I want us back to where we were 3 years ago, but I know it will take time. I'm finally feeling like a human being again, and I'm not going to ghost the guy who helped me get to this point just because my husband is paying attention to me again. I need him to show me more first. I want to know that I matter to him, and not just because I get the kids ready for school or cook, but because I am a human being and he wants me in his life. Since we're asking strangers for opinions, I'm curious, what would you do in my situation if the person you love treated you the way he treated me? Oof, honestly OP, this whole situation is effed up. I'm truly sorry for what happened to you regarding your baby and all the trauma that you and your body went through, and I'm sorry that your husband wasn't paying attention to you the way he should have and supported you and was just thinking about himself. Again, I'm gonna say the same thing I told the other OP. I think this relationship has been blown up and that I really feel sorry for your kids. I do want to add that while I think that your husband is a piece of crap and that everything that he did to you is absolutely wrong, the women he took home, the money he used, making you feel the way he did, I don't think that what you're doing with this new guy to spite your husband or to get him to acknowledge you more is right. For 2 reasons. 1, it's not fair to the new guy. He's only been good to you and you're using him as some sort of stalking horse to feel better or to get your husband to pay more attention to you. And 2, if your goal is to truly try to save your marriage, which I don't see how, it's just gonna generate more resentment if you keep hanging out with him. Instead of having this additional relationship, maybe you guys should go to counseling together. And what do you guys think about this whole situation? Again, let me know in the comment section, and now let's move on to the community comments to see what they said. Darth Bader says, "He doesn't appreciate you, nor does he respect you and your marriage. Leave him before your children have the chance to recognize his disgusting behavior. You never agreed to him spending copious amounts of money on a side bitch. I'm sorry this is happening. Much love to you. I hope things work out best for you in the end. Heart." Scarlet's Dragon says, "I can't understand why you want to work things out. He abandoned you after you lost your baby. He demanded sex from you when you still weren't healed and then punished you for it. He then threw all your vows out, destroyed your monogamous relationship, spent $700 to F other women, F'd other women in your basement while you cried upstairs and your kids were home. That's straight up vile. Now that you found someone, he wants to close the relationship after what he got over and over again? Then goes online and tries to get a bunch of strangers to empathize with him and make you to be the villain. I understand you have kids, but staying with them is abandoning yourself. You are destroying your self-respect and desperately clinging to something already dead. This is only going to get worse. Roast Beef is Good says, I remember reading his post and thinking, well, if it isn't the consequences of your own actions. Maybe couples therapy if you haven't, definitely individual therapy for yourself if you haven't, but I doubt this relationship is salvageable. I'm sorry, but he's been incredibly selfish. You played by his rules and both of you are losing. Cut your losses if you can. Also, I doubt this other guy is going to stay around. Maybe his novelty will wear off when you're out of your marriage. Sorry, but it's time to find ways to be independent. A general response from OP. I keep getting lost in the comments, but before I log off, I just want to say 1. I'm not going to stay with him just for the kids. I just want to make sure a divorce is the best option before putting my kids through it. 2. I am also not entirely sure what I'm doing next because even though I do still love him, I'm not about to let him hurt me again, not when I know there are better men out there. 3. The guy I'm seeing is 100% aware of everything that's going on and still wants to be with me. 4. I know Reddit is not the adult way to deal with this, but apparently my husband doesn't, so I wanted to make sure people know both sides of the story. Thanks guys, and sorry for getting you involved in our personal business. Wow, what a ride so far. And if you think it ends here, you'd be wrong, because this second OP has given us an update, and let's finish this video with that. Hello friends, just wanted to post a quick update since some of y'all have been so invested in this. First of all, my husband swears he didn't post anything on Reddit and denies writing those posts. So apparently, there's another guy out there just as crappy as him, bringing women home while their wife is upstairs. I'm joking, I'm pretty sure it was him. Second, I'm divorcing him. I was going to try to work things out, but I thought about it some more and honestly, what's the point? I want to be with someone who's there for me when I'm depressed and going through something as big as losing a baby. Not someone who would rather be sleeping with other people in our basement than be with me. I've wasted enough time on him. Third, I'm still seeing the other man and things are going well. I still know there's a chance things might not work out once I become a divorced mom, but that's a bridge we'll cross later. My main concern now is the kids. How do you keep kids happy after the parents divorce? Not sure what our custody arrangements will be, but any advice on being a divorced mom is appreciated. Thanks friends, heart. And that's it, that's the end of this saga. And now I'll take back my concern that I had for this new guy because of OP's last response in the comment section and the fact that she is gonna get a divorce from that idiot and she wants to try a relationship with this guy. So hopefully that works out. So OP, all the best to you in the upcoming divorce proceedings and that this new relationship works out. Take care OP and thank you for sharing. And it's that time that we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I really did enjoy reading them to you. So if you did, then don't be shy and go ahead and give the video a like. And don't forget to subscribe or even share this video with people that you might think will enjoy my storytelling. Also, if you have the time, go down to the video description and check out all the links I have for you, from our Discord community to my channel merch. And finally, I'd like to say thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me that you enjoy my videos. And having said all that, I'll see you guys in the next video.